Man Han here for yet another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video, and you know it, my friends. We have got the one, the only, the legend of the Outer Rim, Urzatron, with us. What's going on, Urza?
Whoo! Cubs, it is late at night.
Darksaber.
We got a Darksaber here.
What? I did not know you had a Darksaber. Freaking screw you, dude. That's amazing. Where did you get that?
You're the lightsaber master. I got a viewer, Kev D. Liberto, sent it to me. Shout out to Kev.
Oh my gosh. Dude, that is so dope. You're just going to swing that the whole time? That's going to be the whole video now. Like, I'm totally derailed. What were we even talking about in this video? All right, we were over on Urza's channel right before this, and we talked about a couple subjects, the state of the galaxy or lack thereof. The video that we did on my channel, you guys know it, the whale video, talking with some whales. We're going to do another one like that here pretty soon, and we did a little bona fide speculation. But before we get into this, we are going to do a meme of the week. I got a whole subject for this. We did it last time. I think it's time to do it again. Here is the legendary meme of the week. For this week, we have got this meme right here. EA Insider explains the state of the galaxy. So we got Palpatine here. We need to reduce the server load by 95% and increase revenue by 1,200%. And CG says, hold my beer.
That's pretty good. I will tell you, though.
It's like they've done... There's like nothing really new. But they're going to increase the revenue by these galactic legends.
Have you, before we go off meme of the week, have you seen the one where it was like, my favorite scene from, it was like my favorite scene from episode 8, where it was like all the ships, and it was like the Radis with Ebon Hawk and Lando's Falcon. That was great.
I've heard of people who are like, I'm so ready for Galactic Legend Rey, but I don't have the Ebon Hawk anywhere close to ready or Lando's Falcon anywhere close to ready. And so now they just didn't even dream that they need to farm those for this.
That's where I'm at right now, man. So that's a whole nother topic. We won't go there.
Well, great. This is a great meme. This is from u/Reddit Drama 101. So props to you for creating that. I think that's why that was my favorite meme of the week. All right. So our first real subject, we have got Get 3 coming to Galaxy of Heroes. What is that about, Urza?
Are you kidding me with this? You're breaking news on me right now. I don't know how to react to this. I don't like it. I can tell you that right now. Where did you get this from?
I'm calling it Get 3 because I'm not even gonna put that in the thumbnail because that's way too clickbaity. But we've got on the state of the galaxy. They talked about the new tickets, right?
Oh yes.
And so this was the big thing with General Skywalker, right? Where a lot of people didn't like the 5-star unlock. You had to go get the Get currency if you didn't hoard it. And so are these tickets basically just Get currency iteration number 3 just for the event? What do you think? I think so.
I mean, it feels like that for sure. I mean, whenever they invent a new currency out of nowhere, I just kind of roll my eyes. I'm like, I don't understand.
They are good at inventing currency.
I mean, how many currencies do we have in the game right now? Like 10? Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it can be positive though. I mean, I liked it, like the let's say the Grand Arena currency. I actually like that. There's a lot of new stuff I can get in there. The only thing I don't like is they don't give us enough of it. But you know, that's pretty good. The Get 2, I mean, we're still getting Get 1. You're just playing with your Darksaber over there, man. I'm trying to focus
my camera
on the video, and you're showing off your Darksaber. I've got some mad saber jealousy, man. Like I've got 4 lightsabers on my display here, and I'm jealous.
Do you have a Darksaber?
I don't have a Darksaber. I need a Darksaber.
I'm actually trying to focus my camera, but Get 3,
okay,
brother. I just don't know, man. Like, I don't understand why. Like, do we have to have another gate here? And we talked about this a little bit on the State of the Galaxy here. And like, are they so worried about the whales getting this too fast? Like, it's only going to be whales. Don't the whales deserve to have that?
That's why I'm okay with it, because I'm not a whale. I'm not going to get it fast, so I'm kind of just like, well, whatever. I'm not going to get it anyway. But I do wonder what it's going to look like and what their motives are, because to me, it's like this. So a big theme of the conversation we had in my whale video was a lot of these whales are actually quite okay with the Galactic Legends. They may be happy to acknowledge as well that things aren't very good for free-to-play players right now. There's not enough content. There's not enough appeal in this game to the whole player base that is playing the game. So to me, I'm like, this is only going to upset the only people that are happy right now, right?
Right.
So it's kind of perplexing
100%.
that they would do that. I mean, but we don't really know what it's going to look like either, so.
So while we're on the topic of Get, I have a question for you, Cubs.
Oh,
What
hit
do
me.
you think? So I don't know, where are you at with your Sky Guy farm? What is your gas looking like?
Gosh, it's a daily struggle. I've been farming my Shock T and B1 since I was in diapers, and I finally have them at about 70 out of 100. So I'm getting close, and I've got all the gear ready to go. I've got relics ready to go. Like, I'll be fine once I get them, I think.
So question is you're going to get your Malik. Your Malik's already done. You're going to get your Sky Guy done. What are you going to do with your Get 1 at that point? Because I've been spending mine like it's like no big deal. Am I going to regret that later?
Like, what currency do you really feel safe spending in this game?
That's a problem, man. That is an absolute problem.
I'm so scared to use my money.
I spend Get 1 and I'm like, I'm going to totally regret this later. They're going to drop some crap in here.
5 stun guns. You're like, oh, I'm going to regret that.
Why did I do that? Yeah. So
Galaxy of Temptation. That's what we should call it. Galaxy of Temptation, where they give you this currency and make you feel guilty for spending it.
So Cubs fan, in the comments below, you let us know what you're doing with your Get 1. Are you spending that or are you holding it?
Spend it or hold it once you have a 7-star gas, 7-star Hoda, 7-star Wampa. What do you then do? And Malik. Gosh, yeah, I forgot a big one. Screw Malik.
Come on, buddy.
Nobody likes that guy. All right, so I want to move on to the most interesting subject. I saved this for last, but this is something that potentially gives me a ton of hope for this game, and I want to play an audio clip. This comes from the whale video, and this is my man Hot Sauce talking about what a potential huge problem for this game might be. So I'm going to pause our music here. I'm going to roll this clip. We're just going to listen to it and then discuss.
So I'm a director of software at a worldwide software company. That's where my experience comes from. And I've heard them mention in different articles that they have a framework problem, essentially, that's making it extremely hard for them to add in content. And why that happens in software is as you have different programmers cycle in and out over years, you end up just getting spaghetti code, you could call it. It makes it hard to deal with, hard to build on and whatnot. So they've mentioned that they're trying to fix that. And if that's the case, what we could be right now is sitting in kind of a lull where, yeah, they can produce new characters fairly easily. They're kind of buying them time because they can't really produce new raids and really new stuff while they're doing a framework overhaul. So I don't know this to any extent, but if I'm putting myself in their shoes, that's where we could be. And I hope that's where we are. I hope a few months from now, they've got their framework fixed and they can start plugging in new raids, plugging in new content and whatnot. Whether that ever happens, I have no idea. But if that's the case, if that's kind of what we're in right now, that could be a really good sign for the game long term, that they are taking that and investing into fixing that. Now, the flip side to that is if they're not, they could literally be just trying to milk us till this thing dies. So
what do you think about Hot Sauce's comments there, Urza? That, to me, out of everything that came out of that interview, that may have been the most interesting tidbit to me personally, and I want to talk about why, but I'd love to hear your comments on it.
Okay, so this isn't the first time we've heard about the spaghetti code. We heard about it, Cubs, when we were Game Changers, and they talked about the spaghetti code. A guy that isn't even with the company anymore talked about the spaghetti code and how the original build of this game was written so poorly by developers that they have been constantly hamstrung by the code. So this is not the first time Hot Sauce. I mean, we've heard about this before. So is that a real thing? Probably. I imagine I mean, this goes back to the sim tickets and how they can't write out sim tickets from the game because it's intricate to how things are paid out in the game. Some things like that. Like, so I believe that the spaghetti code is a real thing. And if it's still at this point, 4 years into the game, and it's still a problem, I don't know, man. I mean, I feel like they should have addressed it already at this point. But at the same time, if what they're saying, and they've said over the last couple months, is they wanted to fix the spaghetti code so they can turn things faster, and I'm all for it, man. But what do you think?
It makes me very hopeful, and I really hope that he hit the nail on the freaking head on why we are in such a lull right now. Because if so, I would honestly forgive CG for this. I would. Now let me explain. I would have to look a specific way because it seems to me like it's one of those spring cleaning things, right? Your garage gets so dirty, you procrastinate, and then finally you're like, you know what? I have to stop everything I'm doing and just get the dang thing clean. And if that's what CG's doing, a big spring cleaning here, they're trying to maintain the game right now by doing things that aren't interfering with their code overhaul, with their framework overhaul that they're currently doing. But that lull that we have enables them in a month or 2 months from now, after this fiscal quarter, to then give us very regular content for the rest of the life cycle of this game. This period will have been worth it.
100%.
Absolutely
brother.
worth it. And I would forgive them for this period, even though I don't love the Galactic Legends requirements. I don't love that this is all that we have. But hey, it is really interesting to me. This feels like one of the lightest times we've ever had in this game for content. Right?
So,
all we got is the Galactic Legends. So it would make a lot of sense if they're doing that right now.
So, Cubs, the question for you is, how long do we give them to prove that it was the spaghetti code? How long before we say, okay, you're just milking us at this point, and there is no, it's an empty promise. How long is that timeline?
Next quarter.
So end of Q2, so end of June, we will know.
We
if
will
the
know.
spaghetti code was a real thing.
I think so. Well, who knows if how long that takes to fix. I'm not a coding guy. I don't know how long it takes. But here's what I would expect. So one of two things. Number one, I would expect to see, all right, this quarter ends, and then boom, all of a sudden we got a lot of content coming. It's like, wow, okay, look at this. Wow, we're okay. Looks like they can do stuff a lot quicker. Or two, somebody gets up and says something and says, this is what we are doing. Our code sucks. It's been this way for a long time. We have taken some time off to finally address it so we can get you guys the content you deserve. I think they've kind of implied that. They've kind of alluded to it in a few things. Just spell it out. Just spell. If they were to spell something like that out right now, I would say, all right, so the next few months are going to suck, but I want them to clean their basement because I want to go down there and watch some movies in the basement and have a good time.
I 100% agree, man, and I hope that's the case. I mean, here's the other thing. Before we turn the page here, what is the deal? Like, we got the new assault battles. That's just adjusting sliders at that point in terms of damage. Why can't we get more things like that?
Yeah, I know. I don't know, man. And more often, and the fact that something like that is hard, I think, is speaking to the spaghetti code that they're probably dealing with. If something like that is hard, then it's got to be real tangled, right? A pretty tangled mess. So here's Urza. I'm going to say the optimist in me wants to say, please let that be what's going on, because if that's what's going on, it makes sense. And there is a lot of hope to be had for this game. But like Hot Sauce says, if that's not the case, then maybe they're just trying to milk the hell out of this thing until it dies.
So, end of Q2, Cubs called it. That is our timeline. If the spaghetti code is fixed by then, hopefully we're in a good place.
Hopefully. All right, Urza, I've been drooling at your Ultra Saber this whole time. Can you, as we close the video, I'm going to give you a full stage. Can you swing that thing around? Just swing it around for us. Swing it. Come on. There he goes. Ultra Saber, Sabine Wren, we got Bo-Katan here, right? We got freaking Moff Gideon right here, and that's all we need, ladies and gentlemen. Time to roll the outro. Bye.
Sorry about the mess.